seed.
I forgot.
Are we recording? I think
Listen,
we're
you
recording,
look more manly next to that sissy flower. by contrast.
Contrast.
I know it's hard because Dave and I are sitting next to Stormbreaker.
Stormbreaker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't normally have Stormbreaker on the Simple Man's Gospel.
Well, I think the gospel is all about speaking quietly and carrying a big Stormbreaker.
True. What were you going to say, Tom?
No, I said Stormbreaker is going to be dead in the next Avengers movie. So.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna do the intro.
Go for it.
Welcome to a special episode of the Daves of Our Lives and the Simple Man's Gospel. The Simple Man's Gospel is a gospel podcast for the simple everyday Latter-day Saint. We try to keep it low level and simple for those of us that don't have a bachelor or master's degree in divinity or theology. Here with me, I have my co-host with the Daves of Our Lives, Dave.
Hello.
And my co-host with the Simple Man's Gospel, Tom.
Hey, everybody.
Who we will call Dave for the rest of this episode.
Wouldn't it be weird if my name was Dave? I mean, I don't look like a Dave. There's no.
But
I don't know.
I look like a Dave.
No. You look like an Owen.
I mean, did your parents pick the name before they saw what you looked like?
Well, you gotta assume my mom is Filipino, so you gotta assume like half the genes are gonna be like, I don't know.
Are you saying because you're half Filipino, you can't be Dave?
No. David is more of a Filipino first name.
Well, is your first name David?
Legally, yes.
Yeah.
But I go by Dave.
My middle name's Id. Parents are hip.
Well, how do we do this? We got 3 people on. We got to have some kind of organization, some kind of structure, and some kind of topic to discuss.
Well, I think we were going to talk about the ward change.
Yeah.
Wait, can the camera see both of you? I don't see both of you. I only see...
Yeah, I've got 2 cameras. So This one is me, and then there is another one recording Dave. So I don't know how the AI is going to split it up. We'll see.
We'll let Skynet make its choice.
Yes. So we were going to discuss the ward change. Yeah. We just had Dave and I are in the same stake. So the listeners of the Daves of Our Lives, we are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I think we've mentioned it a couple times. Those that are listening to the Simple Man's Gospel, you already know this. Tom and I are members. But Dave and I are in the same stake, which is a geographical area that combines multiple wards.
A ward is like a congregation.
Yeah.
The LDS Church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, so you see LDS Church for abbreviation, they geographically divide areas. So where you go to church is based off of where you live. And so each of those areas is either a ward or a branch, and you add them up, and that will equal like a stake. And that usually is about 3,000 to 5,000 people.
Whether they go to church or not.
Yeah.
The medium rare steak.
The medium rare steak.
That's my favorite type of steak.
Tom he didn't grow up a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but he's been a member most of his life now, right?
Yeah,
more than half your life.
2021 or 2001. Sorry, 2001.
Okay, so 24 years.
24 years.
Congratulations.
So, Tom and I served our mission together in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys served a mission together?
Yeah.
So you joined, and then you went on a mission pretty soon after?
2 years.
2 years?
2 years, and then I had to get things straightened up first.
He was a victim of to convert.
Yeah, so but yeah, after a while, that flirting was done, and I had to convert, so I went on a mission. But yeah, hey, did you hear about the tsunami?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
So you heard about the earthquake in Russia?
Yeah.
Dave served his mission in Russia.
I lived in Russia for 7 years, Tom. 2 of it was a mission.
Wow, that's awesome. Do you speak fluent?
My Russian's rusty now, but
Russia.
He's got a good Russian accent. So the earthquake in Russia, you heard about that?
And then there's a tsunami,
And there was a tsunami
in Hawaii.
watch, tsunami warning in Hawaii.
Why is it big? Is it the Big Island that got hit?
Was it Big
Mostly-
Island? I didn't see where it got hit.
Where was the earthquake in Russia? Is that just? Did they say it was just
it's on the coast somewhere.
like Sakhalin Island, kind of like?
I think so.
Kamchatka?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that
Okay.
sounds
I
familiar.
lived in that area for a couple of years in
Man.
Vladivostok.
What?
Yep, Vladivostok.
Vladivostok.
It's the Russian naval base. It's where China, Korea, and Russia meet.
Yeah, Dave's dad was a Russian spy in Russia.
He was an accountant.
sure.
He was an accountant.
Sure, he was. That's how they got Al Capone, man.
Accounting,
right?
Was,
or Russian
tax
earthquakes.
Tax fraud.
So, Tom,
Yeah.
and this is something that I've never experienced the type of restructure or reorganization of award boundaries the way that we experienced this last weekend. Tom, have you ever been part of a reorganization of award in the last 24 years?
No, I will be this coming week. My ward is getting split up because we just have too many people here in Arizona. At least in my ward is like one of the biggest wards in the state, and so we're splitting up for sure next week. They're going to announce who goes where and stuff. I'm sure there's going to be some feeling hurts and some complaining and whining, but suck it up, people. Get over it.
The question is,
anyways,
when they drew the boundaries, did they know what side of the bed you sleep on, so they could draw the boundary like right through your family,
right down the middle? No, I just
Sorry,
find it
I'm
funny
making
that people
anymore.
No, I just find it funny people get so butthurt over boundary or new wards being created, and they don't see the happiness of it. Like there's a new ward. There's a new exciting ward that's gonna happen, and so it's like, but you know how people are sometimes in the church, they get a little butthurt.
Well, it's just an opportunity to repent. We're all looking for that. So
I'm doing that tonight, right after this podcast.
I think
repent daily. I think that was the suggestion, right?
It's a regular thing for us after the podcast is we have to repent for judging everyone,
especially for me.
I mean, I'm judging internally, but I outwardly judge at the podcast. So your ward change is from growth, which I think is really exciting. I've been involved with those, not at a ward level, but at a branch level, where it's like, hey, we're splitting the branch. We're going to be meeting in a different part of the city. A lot of this is in Russia. Our restructuring is because many people have moved away or passed away. New people move in, and my perception of the vast majority of people moving into our neighborhoods is that they're just not religious at all. Yeah. They're either inactive and totally not interested in coming to church. They're not going to other churches. They're just not religious.
No,
you're talking about people moving into our neighborhood, and so there have been a couple wards that were really struggling. And they wouldn't have a lot of youth. There's just not a lot of people going. And then there's ones like our ward where it was doing very well. And so they a lot of young families moved in at a very short period of time.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say they got rid of 2 wards and they restructured all the wards.
Where you guys are at right now, they got rid of 2 wards.
So they restructured the whole stake. The stake presidency, they're all in new wards, which makes me believe, this is the rumor, I think, is that none of them liked their wards, and so they redid the boundaries just to get out.
we got to have a change.
They're like, nobody respects us. I've been here for 20 years.
There's similar going on in California right now. Is a lot of the wards are shrinking. A lot of people are leaving because California. I know this is not politics, political channel, but
Yeah.
California just sucked. Yeah, everything about California when it comes to political just
To,
sucked. But
to get some context to this, Tom moved to Arizona from
yeah, from
California.
California. Yeah,
The
so
weather's nice in California.
you pay for that. So
You
a
pay
lot.
for that.
$1 million home for just to be in nice
It's
weather.
hard to afford that.
But my ward where I'm from, my steak is called the Cypress Steak, and it's like average housing there is about 1.2 million, and no one's moving in. Everybody's moving out, and
Well,
so the ward is shrinking. And not only that, around the surrounding area where we're at, wards are getting combined, stakes are getting combined because there's not enough people to be able to sustain the ward to function, and so you see a lot of that going on there, but not here. Arizona is growing, and so it's different in California.
Yeah, Queen Creek is getting a temple. Have they broken ground
Uh, yeah. The building. I mean, for the temple or for the building,
for the temple?
they haven't broken ground yet. But
Um,
we're supposed to get an announcement. Um, I think this coming week where the temple's going to be. We kind of have an idea where it is because the church owns a pile of land, like maybe 2 miles down from where we live, like a huge land, and so I'm pretty sure it's going to go there.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
when they announced the temple in Brigham, there's the tabernacle in Brigham City on Main Street. And it's not like the buildings that surround the tabernacle. It's like a grocery store. There's like a hardware store. There's like an auto
There's
shop.
an auto shop across the street.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say anything like super nice,
dealership.
but there's an empty plot of land right across from the tabernacle. And it was already zoned and ready for like a strip mall. And they could not get the funding off the ground. Like every single time somebody like reserved a building, something fell through. And when they announced the temple, that plot of land got roped off immediately. And so everybody's speculating like that's definitely going to be where
the
they
temple's
build
gonna
the
go.
temple. And that is where the elementary school was, where President Packard went to school. And so
cool.
when they ended up building it there, looking at the land, I was like, I don't think it's big enough.
It's not a
But
huge temple, though.
it's not a huge temple. They did a really great job. But
Yeah.
when they were excavating it, they found a brick from the school, from I think it was
that's-
Central,
That's cool.
and they gave it to
Where-
President Packard.
Oh, they gave it to him.
Yeah.
And he's in the Brigham City Cemetery, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's where his family's from. I think he might. I can't remember if he's from
Wait.
here or not.
He's from there, or you don't know if he's from there?
There's tons of Packards, so I think it's either he's from here or his family's from here. But it was very important to him to get a temple here. And
The reason I know Brigham City is
From the movie?
the movie.
it's all true, Tom.
the bishop would not take the sacrament. That's all I remember about that movie. That's all I remember.
It's the most
Like, what?
memorable part of it. Now,
What are you doing,
here's what
man?
I want to ask both of you. Tom brought up hurt feelings. You brought up opportunity. What's the most difficult part you think for people when it comes to changes like this? Whether it's because of growth or because of just a restructure to make the wards a little more even. What do you think is the most difficult part for people? Tom, you go first, and then Dave.
Well, I think it's just the comfort zone. I think everybody that's been in the ward for the longest time, you build friendship with other people, your surrounding neighbor, and as well as that church, and so you certain people. You're adapted to. I mean, sometimes you're adapted to tolerate certain people. You also adapt to love other people as well. But it's just, I think it's more the the comfort zone that we have, knowing who's in our group. Like, it's different from me coming from California. I go to a ward that had maybe max is like 80 people, maybe less than that sometimes for sacrament meeting. Compared to now, I'm going to a ward where it's like 500, 600 people. It's like people still think you knew when you've been here for a year and a half. It's like, you knew? Like, no, I've been here. But I think it's more just like, I think it's different when you're in the big ward. I don't think there's going to be a lot of people who are feelings get hurt because people don't really know each other intimately at that point because there's so many people to talk to get to know people. I have maybe one guy that I really like connect with that he and I will actually hang out outside the ward. But other than that, everybody else I either play basketball with or I just don't know. Compared to the ward in California, where we did have our boundary reset because the ward was shrinking and the state was shrinking, it was kind of not for me. It was kind of, oh man, this sucks. They're not going to be in our ward anymore because certain things you can rely on that family or that priesthood holder, to do certain things. And now that they're gone, they're like, now you got to look for somebody else to help out the ward. And there's just people out there that doesn't want to have callings and they just want to go to church and not worry about helping other people. But they're still good people. I'll give them that. They're still good people. But I think so. There's two different aspects for me. I think it's just, if you're in a big ward like I am, no one's going to care. There's not going to be hurt feelings. But maybe if you're in a smaller group and you grew to love each other and grew that relationship intimately as a group and you do everything together, that might be a little hard. And I can understand that part. I mean, I'm joking when I say get over about feeling, being hurt. But I mean, there's just two aspects to that. And so for me, this word changes for me. I'm not gonna care who's in my ward. I barely know people, so I'm gonna be okay with it. Maybe for other people wouldn't, but it was hard for me though to leave to actually for the smaller group. It was harder for me to actually see other people go to a different ward because I made a connection with them. So there's just two aspects that I see, and so
yeah, makes sense. What do you think, Dave?
I think Tom touched on a lot of points that I thought about. Laura and I have been in the ward for 7 years. We've been married for 10. So almost 10 years. And so the majority of our married life has been in this ward. And we both felt like we really got made new friends. There's people that have moved in that we made friends with. And when the rumors started swirling about where the boundaries are going to get drawn, it was sad to hear that some of our friends might not be in the ward with us anymore. I had two thoughts about this. One, for me, this is the law of consecration with people. There are some that have more and there are some that have less. For the wards that are needing people, my friends leaving are going to be loved. I'm going to miss them.
Good
For the
point.
people coming in to our ward, they're going to be in that same situation. They're going to be missed, but they will be loved. And it makes me sad because the way boundaries are drawn, it's very easy to have people that literally they're across the street from you.
Yep.
I might not know people a block away because there's nothing bringing me together with them. We'll go on walks, we'll see them, I might recognize them, give them a wave or whatever, right? But I don't have that weekly touch base conversation in the hallway, the parties, the activities, hearing people talk in church, sharing, doing callings with them and stuff. You just don't have as much involvement.
Yeah.
The second thought, and a friend brought this up to me, and if it was you and I forgot, I'm old. This gray is not for show. My brain is going.
I think I'm the youngest one here.
This is the allegory of the olive tree.
Okay.
Where there is grafting between the wild and the tame olive. And so our ward is getting sliced up and it is being grafted with others. And I think that will give us an opportunity to be stronger. One of the things that Kirk Hendricks was talking about, Hendricks, is he was like, hey, it's going to be exciting to talk to people that maybe haven't been going to church for a while and helping them want to come back. And I said, they may need to hear the message from someone that they don't know. You may connect with them in ways that maybe their neighbors that they've known for the last 20 years haven't been able to. And so shaking things up, I think it will be overall good. I can understand why it's hard though, especially if you're losing friends. You can still be friends. Like God drew a boundary.
It didn't put up a wall though.
He didn't put up a wall. This is just dividing things. There's no rules that say you can't be friends with people outside your ward.
It's funny. I'm talking about like I don't care. I don't care for Dave gave such a beautiful, eloquent answer about the grafting of the olive tree, and I'm sitting here like, who cares who's people's? They don't care.
It up.
I like that.
A couple weeks to think about this, Tom. What about you, Dave? You asked the question. Now you give us the real answer. Was it all of the above? You have the tablet.
I'm looking at. Here's what I'm looking at numbers, right? I'm looking at the requirements to create a ward or a branch in a stake. These are fairly new.
Don't go to technicality. Tell us how you feel.
How do I feel?
Your feelings.
How do I?
We know the technicality.
Here's the thing. Somebody asked me this. I think on Sunday, and I was struggling to come up with a word other than apathy.
Interesting.
Like I don't know that I care one way or the other.
It's very celestial thinking.
See, I'm with you on that, dude. We'll both be there.
This is the simple man's gospel.
We're very simple-minded people.
It was nice to see you. See you in heaven. Bye.
And the reason I say that is because I guess it's apathy about the boundaries, right? It's been cut up, and people are going in this word and going that word, and I see the wisdom in why it's being done.
Yeah.
How that affects my personal feelings about it is it's not really a big impact on me personally. Why do I think it's hard for people? I would say it's hard because people form attachments. It's hard.
Comfort zone.
What's that?
Comfort zone.
Comfort zone. Yes. No, I agree with that point that you made, Tom. People are reliant on other people to do certain things, and there are some wards that in our stake where they were filling multiple callings just to try to keep the ward afloat. And I think that the wisdom, part of the wisdom is to help bear one another's burdens. It's part of our covenant, our baptismal covenant, to bear one another's burdens. And I think this is one way that we can make other people's burdens lighter. Those wards that had one or two youth, adults that are serving in these various callings just to make sure auxiliaries are functioning. I think it goes back to making sure that we're keeping our baptismal covenant.
I wonder. Oh, sorry. I wonder how we felt when our ward was split in pre-existent life.
Yeah,
that 1/3.
That 1/3.
Suck it up, and they left.
I know. They left. It's a bring a good, and it does bring a good question though. It's like, were we attached to any of those 1/3? Did we know any of them? You know what I mean? Like, did we ever bond or relationship? And I wonder how we felt. And I would love to once the veil goes away, I love to know what my relationship with those people. Did I mourn for them? I hope I did. I really do. I mean, I have this personality where like I do care about people. I mean, to a certain extent, but I really want to know, did I mourn for any of those people? Because technically, I mean, ward boundary was split.
yeah.
So, I grew up in Texas, and I remember going to church. It seemed like a normal sized ward, but the ward boundary was pretty far just because there's not as like here in Utah. It's like you can stand on top of your house and like hit 3 churches with a rock.
Yeah.
Like one rock.
But the same rate
it just skips off the churches. That's how powerful my arm is. And so in Texas, I remember it was like 30 minutes to get to church. It was a ways away, but there were a couple other members in my school. I remember having friends. I remember having non-member friends, member friends, going to the church. It seemed like normal size to me. And then we moved to Moscow, Russia, and it was very early. It's 1992. Not a lot of members. Not a lot of. There's missionary work. Very new. Young men's. There's like 5 of us, 3 of us, 6 of us.
Wow.
And then we went to Vladivostok, Russia. In Vladivostok, Russia, there was no church presence. Another family moved from Utah, and we met in their hotel room or motel room. Let's
Sacrament
say
meeting.
sacrament meeting was in the Vlad Motor Inn. And then we met in their apartment. They were in the apartment right below us. And then they transferred 6 missionaries from Moscow, Russia to Vladivostok. It's a 9 time zone transfer, permanent transfer.
Oh gosh.
Out of their mission
Holy cow.
into Vladivostok, Russia. Their mission president was in Japan.
Oh wow.
And so
Okay.
and so I watched Elder Wordland came to Vladivostok and dedicated the land for the preaching of the gospel. I watched it go from nothing to 100 people coming to church in a couple years.
Wow.
Right.
That's cool.
And so for me, having these small wards, small branches, I'm like, oh, that's fine. And then I moved to Yerington, Nevada with my brother. And Yerington, Nevada is so small. There's like 6 or 7 youth, not like a ton. And so I'm like, okay. Then I moved to Utah. And there's so many youth. Like there's like 20 men from like 16 to 18. They had already formed their friend groups, and me moving in I did not feel welcome. And not because they were being mean, they just already formed their attachments.
Yeah.
And that was hard. So I'm trying to put myself in the shoes, and I'm going to use my other hand. I'm going to pull my Fiddler on the Roof reference out. So on the one hand, I look at this and I go, whoop-de-doo if you're in a ward with 3 or 4 youth. Like I was totally okay with that. Like it was awesome. Like you formed these close bonds, like you mentioned, with the smaller ward. But then on the other hand, I didn't have comparison. It would be really hard, I think, to go to our ward building, sit in there in Relief Society and hear 50 little children, running around upstairs, or like seeing all these people come out of church, and then you're going to your ward and there's like 50 or 60 people. And so the comparison is what I think makes it very understandable why they needed to redistribute the boundaries and kind of even things up with the families and make it stronger overall.
Yeah. So the stake president said something twice in this. So they held a special meeting after all of the blocks were done in the afternoon on Sunday 2 weeks ago. Sundays ago.
It was a week and a half ago.
So the stake president said, and I'm going to paraphrase because I don't remember the exact quote. He said to the effect that this change will better help the entire stake prepare for the second coming of the Savior. He said it
that
twice,
close, huh?
in the beginning and toward the end of his address to the stake.
Wow.
So that was pretty powerful language to use. And again, I don't know how that's going to help.
He's going into our ward.
He's going into our ward.
The stake president's in our ward.
And the stake patriarch.
We're going to behave.
But there is a benefit to splitting wards, though.
What'd you say, Tom?
There is a benefit in splitting wards. There is one benefit.
Oh, he's frozen.
Oh, am I frozen?
No, you're good. We hear you now.
Oh, okay. So there's one benefit that comes from splitting wards. That sometimes you get the crazy people out of your ward. So
Sometimes.
Tom, do you have the attitude that when you look at some people and you're like, God said,
No.
love your neighbor, do you sit there and think to yourself, may heaven be big enough for the both of us? Like, I want us to both be in heaven.
No,
And I don't want
here's
to
the
run
thing.
into you again.
We had to talk about testimony meeting last Simple Man, and we talked about how we judge.
Talkmony?
Yeah,
Thankamony.
Thankamony.
Yeah, thinkamony, and we always judge. And I was honest. I'm judging. I'm like, you go away. Like like you know, you're not making any sense. And so there's always that one person who gets up every week and just say stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's how I feel. That's why I'm repenting.
I
After
think
this.
I like to watch a lot of different YouTube videos, but I do like to watch a lot of the LDS influencers and listen. And there's these non-LDS people, and they're talking about their experiences going to church.
Going to
an LDS church. There was a Catholic guy that I watched. It was super interesting. He was like very unfiltered. It started out like him talking about church, and then he went to his Catholic church and he was like got mad because nobody's like talking to each other and being friendly. So he was like really happy going here. Theologically fundamentally does not agree with Latter-day Saints.
Sure.
But like the culture, he really liked it. And then it made him bitter. And it just like, and then it took this like dive, and I was like, whoa, that was a weird roller coaster of a ride. But invariably people are like, yeah, I went to this like open mic night. People just got up and talked about whatever.
Hey,
and I think fast and testimony meeting can be like some of the most beautiful, like moving spiritual moments, and also some of the most cringeworthy, especially if you're like with somebody that you're like, okay, you don't know this person and we love this person, but they say things. I'm one of those people. I know that I'm one of the people that there's people in the audience, congregation going,
shut up, Dave.
Not saying shut up, saying Dave's special.
Dave's special.
And we love him.
No,
because God wants to.
I have no issue with testimony meeting if I'm a product of a good testimony meeting. The reason why I even got baptized is because of testimony meeting. I was hungover and I was at a testimony meeting. so I know the special side of the of that, but I also been in the church long enough to know there's always that one.
For there's opposition in all things.
All things, yep. So yeah, I just think like the benefit of, I think to me, I agree with what you guys all said. It's like, and what your stake president mentioned is that it does benefit the stake in a certain way, whether you lose somebody who is very strong and is very dependable in your ward. Well, he's going to another ward, and they're lucky that, like Dave said, that they're going to be blessed with having him in that ward to be able to help whoever needs help in that ward. So, I mean, there's I don't know if there's con to award splitting because I've never been part of it. We'll find out next week. But in your guys' case, when you guys have been in an award for so long and then you split, it's sad to lose that one person that maybe you can count on. But at least that ward will get a person that they can count on going forward. And so it's a domino effect, I guess.
Yeah. Sometimes what I see is you have like a very dependable group of people, and people sometimes take a second, like a step back, and they just let them do it.
Yeah.
But when they leave and there's a vacuum, oftentimes people will step up. And so sometimes you just have too many people, and splitting it up and shaking it up will give opportunity for people to grow.
Good point. Excellent point.
Dave for Bishop.
No.
There you go.
Dave Owen for Bishop.
For you.
I'm starting to campaign now.
If you start campaigning me for Bishop, that would be hilarious. It'd be funny.
Think celestial, Dave.
Yeah, that's not celestial thinking. Campaigning for
all I know is there's a principle. If somebody's drowning and you go out to try to save them, it's a dangerous thing to do because they will most likely take you down with them.
Right.
So if I campaign Dave for Bishop, he will call me to be a counselor and take
You're
me
coming down
him.
with me, Dave.
And
I've
then
been too many
this-
Daves in the bishopric.
yeah,
It's
nothing but Daves in the
overwhelming.
bishopric.
I know we have at least 3 Daves in the ward.
The stake president. Is
Jeez.
this really from God? I have it on good authority.
And
God's name is
And
Dave.
then ward council becomes the Daves of Our Lives podcast.
We're just gonna videotape.
You do it live on YouTube.
Yeah, live.
live stream ward council. That'll go over
Like,
well.
I don't think confessions are
would
usually
be,
videotaped.
Yeah, we would be released and probably membership
That-
removed.
That we know of, Dave. We don't know if it is recorded in there.
Please speak
I
into the
mean,
statue louder.
yeah. So this whole experience did make me wonder, because I knew maybe a year and a half ago, the church released new requirements, like minimum requirements for wards.
How did it change after a year and a half ago?
So it used to be a specific number of Melchizedek priesthood holders.
That's what I've
Right,
always
which
heard
is
is
like
Melchizedek priesthood
Doctrine and
holder.
Covenants, right? Like 96 elders or something like that would be a full ward. But the minimums to create a ward includes total membership, active full tithing Melchizedek priesthood holders, participating adults, and a recommendation for participating youth.
Yeah, the youth is a big
So
change.
that's pretty new one. So the number of members, active and less active, so total membership, minimum to create a ward is 250. Minimum to create a branch is 20.
Okay.
Number of active, full tithe-paying Melchizedek priesthood holders, capable of serving in leadership positions, minimum is 20 for a ward, 4 for a branch, which makes sense to form a branch presidency. For participating number of participating adults, the minimum is 100, and there is no minimum for a branch. And the number of participating youth, recommendation is 20. And I know that there was a couple wards in our stake where that was definitely not the case.
Yeah. I think going back, by the way, I just want to back Tom up on this. Tom, I think we told him not to do the numbers. And he went.
Went right to it. Uh-oh.
I'm at 50% on that, so
Let me plug it in. So that's interesting. The youth comment that you made. I forgot what I was going to say now. I was too busy making fun of you about the numbers. I'm sorry. No, the youth numbers isn't. Oh no, I was going back to Tom. Tom was talking about the cost of homes and stuff. Like,
oh yeah,
one of the things that I've noticed, like where Dave and I live, I would say this is the least expensive part of our ward.
yes,
Okay, like
Yeah.
I don't think there's anywhere else. And then you go up the hill, and it just gets more expensive, which is understandable. You have a better view.
What's the price cheap wise if you guys like? What's
The
your
houses in
average?
our neighborhood are going like 400 to 500,000
But yeah, that's pretty good.
US dollars, not Vietnamese dongs.
You can't say that on this podcast, Dave.
It's a currency, a legitimate currency.
I know.
Gosh, man, you guys, it's worthless currency, but it is one. But you go up the hill and they just get more expensive, like exponentially, $7-8 million homes. And I think it's really prohibitively expensive for a young family to buy a house in the neighborhood up there. And so I think dividing that up a little bit differently made sense. There's a lot of people in our neighborhood that's their original house. And when they bought it, it wasn't super expensive. And
Sorry, our camera's being silly.
And their kids have moved out. I think that in the last 7 years, I've only seen a handful of families move in that had children up in that neighborhood. Whereas in the non-elevated part of Brigham, it seems.
How often do you guys have? I guess my question is, I mean, you guys are splitting stakes. I mean, that means people are moving into your area pretty, a lot, right?
We're not
I'm
splitting
guessing.
stakes.
No.
We're redistributing the stake because there's not as many
Oh, okay, okay,
members.
okay.
So that is it's a different problem. It's more similar to what's going on in California, what you were describing.
Yeah, okay.
Um, but yeah, I mean, houses are expensive. I don't think we have a lot of apartments in our neighborhood.
I don't think we,
Have
unless like someone's house is like a basement rental.
Yeah, there's no like designated
There's no like
apartments.
multifamily units in the
Okay.
neighborhood.
So to be a young family, buy a house, like they're probably that's hard to do. But then again, I don't know that there's a lot of places that are significantly cheaper in Brigham. And Brigham is one of the
Yeah,
cheaper places
even
in
renting,
Utah.
it's going to be more expensive than a mortgage here.
Yeah.
So
I think those things kind of play into it. The new ward boundary runs through my backyard, which I will
Okay.
say I really like. When they redid the boundaries, they tried to draw boundaries through backyards instead of through streets to prevent that. I don't really hang out with my
person
know my
across the
neighbor
street.
across the street. So
yeah, I thought that was interesting. Yeah,
So are you both are still in the same ward then?
both
Both of you?
Yeah, we're both still in the same ward.
I was actually really worried Dave wasn't like all the families that like Laura and I are like friends with that would be cut out. It was like half
Half. Oh
of like
man.
our friend
Yeah,
group, I would
yeah.
say.
Our contemporaries, I guess.
I texted Barrett, my friend, and I said, let's see, what did I tell Barrett after the change? Even though God has drawn a boundary between us, I'll still be your friend. I'll walk with you, quoting the primary song. I'll walk with you. I'll talk with you. That's how I'll show my love to you. Because he's an introvert, so he's like, please don't walk with me, Dave. And then he said, Michelle, which is his wife, said, I still have to be your friend. And I said, Laura, who's my wife, said, I have to be your friend also. And I put a frowny face.
That's funny. So this group of people is interesting. There's a new Thai restaurant that got opened up in town, and
is it real Thai or is it American Thai?
No, it's legit.
I think it's legit Thai. Yeah, it's good.
We imported some Thai people.
I like to know what their menu is, and I'll tell you if it's legit.
Yeah, we had some patsiu.
That is not legit. If they have stuff that I eat, the people aren't.
Yeah, oh, Tom, you're Thai?
I am. So that's why I asked if it's legit.
Have you been to Thailand?
I lived in Thailand for 8 years. I was born there.
I've been to Thailand, I think only once.
I went back 2006 a while ago. But yeah, I grew up till I was about 8 years old and I came over to America. And so, yeah.
Okay, my favorite thing about Thailand is like all the taxi drivers have like the smallest little steering wheels. Yeah. I don't know why. I think it's because power steering makes it, but they're like really tiny.
They are
and
tiny.
They'll be driving and it will be like in the middle of a turn and they'll see some religious thing and they lit off the wheel and it's like all the cars simultaneously like leave their lane. It's like synchronized praying and they like do a gesture. And then the national anthem. Now, this was before the current king, so it was the older king that wrote the national anthem. You have to stand up.
Yep.
Oh, really?
You stop
at the movie theater.
They do it when I was there. They do it in the morning. They didn't do it at night or afternoon, evening time, and so everybody they broadcast it the entire.
During the
country
at the movies, you had to stand
at the movies too.
Yeah. And my understanding was the people really liked him, and they liked
new king?
his daughter, but they weren't super excited about the son, who I believe is currently the king. Right?
They hate the son.
Yeah.
In fact, they hate the prime minister. This is becoming politics. The prime minister tried to take over. And got booted out, and then the son. Nobody likes the son. Everybody hated him because he's an idiot. Excuse me, but yeah, and so they're trying to dethrone him, but it's
It's hard, man.
it's bloodline. So it's
Yeah.
and where I live, when I was there, we lived right next to the beach, so we had three house two-story three houses in our property, and we rented out to white people who came over for vacation. So and so I noticed, yeah. So it's the first time I ever met America was they came over and then they rented out of our house. But and where I was is the king summer home. So the king would come over in the summer with his family, and you can see in the far off distance in the ocean all the battleship that's lined up to protect him from the ocean.
Wow.
So it's pretty interesting. Yeah.
When you mentioned that, it just made me think of the scene from Emperor's New Groove. And it's like, where does the sun hit just right? Perfect. We'll be putting my house here.
Basically.
Tom's like, my dad told him it was really nice over here, and now he vacations and ruins our view.
It's Thailand. Anywhere outside America is cheap to visit.
Yeah.
And so
There are places more expensive.
There is. I
There's
don't know
parts
where that
of
would
Europe
be.
and stuff. I mean, there can be
Wow.
places
Sure.
pricey.
Sure.
Anyway, back to splitting the
Anyway.
ward. Sorry, I'd love to talk to you about Thailand more.
I was
Tom.
going to tell you about this. The wives all went to this Thai restaurant because it was new, and they all got together and went. And I was like, this was before I got to try it, before I got to go. So I was like, this is crap. I'm going to organize a guys' night, and we're all going to go without the wives and have dinner. And it was super awkward for some of the guys.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like, we're going to dinner. Why aren't we going like bowling or shooting or something? I'm like, because I want to try the Thai restaurant, and I know some of you guys do too.
Listen, the only thing that was awkward for me was when Dave, the waitress. You have to understand, these people are from Thailand that are running this place, legitimate Thailand people and Thai people, and she's like, how spicy on a scale of 1 to 5, and Dave goes 0. She laughed until she realized that he was serious. And then she felt like sad.
I think she may have been offended.
I think she felt like she expected more from him, like he was a sellout.
No, they don't get offended. They know you guys. Certain people can't handle.
Yeah.
Tom
knows.
Mainly because
we went and got Thai food in Arizona a couple of years ago. So Tom knows that I can't handle my spice. I'm Filipino. I got a Filipino.
Here's the thing:
Wait,
a lot
Filipinos
of
like spicy food.
Oh, it's sweet. If you ever go to the
sweet.
Philippines, almost everything is sweet.
They don't eat a lot of spicy food.
Yeah.
But I love it though, man. Your Filipino food.
Oh yeah,
so
Filipino food is good. It's either sweet or savory. It's not really spicy. There's not really any spicy food.
No.
So
Yeah, interesting.
It's good though.
Anyway.
Anyway.
No, it was. There were some awkward guys. They were like,
Yeah.
why
are we sitting across in this dimly lit, intimate setting?
What was the sticky mango dessert?
The sticky mango rice.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
And they run out of it like all the time. And I remember talking to one of the guys, and I was like, dude, Colton, you have to come home with this. Like, if you do not come home with this, your wife may leave you. Like, this is very important. And he's like, I don't know, Dave. I'm like, no, dude, you got to get it. So he's like, okay, let's get it. He's like, I'd like this. I'm like, I'd like some. She's like, oh, we're all out.
No,
that was the only reason my wife would let me go, was thinking I'd come home with sticky mango rice.
And then Colton's wife left. And just kidding. She didn't.
Had another baby instead.
Yes, they did. They did.
There you go. There you go.
Anyway, ward splits. Stake reorganization. Those guys, we should get them all together again and go. That was actually when we announced we were going to do the Days of Our Lives. That was just after we released our first episode.
Yeah, a long time ago.
You were going
to training. That was the reason why you did it.
I was getting ready to go to Mississippi.
Dave stood up, he banged his cup, and he's like, you guys have been such good friends to me. I'm going to miss you. He cried.
That's not
cried.
Maybe.
Hey, you know a good activity for you guys should do is go paintballing.
There is a paintball place in.
You'll find out quick who likes you and who doesn't.
Yeah. We should go paintball.
Listen, just because I shoot you doesn't mean I don't like you. I'm pretty sure that's in the scriptures somewhere.
Dave,
Somewhere.
Dave, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I went paintballing a long time ago.
Let's go.
I think airsoft is more popular than paintballing,
It's more
isn't it now?
popular, but it doesn't hurt as bad.
Airsoft is for sissy. Don't let anybody say otherwise. They wear uniform and protective gear. Dude. Come on, man.
Here's the thing: is
It ain't
that
gonna hurt you.
if there's an activity that involves keeping score and pain, men are in.
Oh yeah,
Like
True.
women, they don't. There's nothing that I think women are like. Hey, let's keep score and let's cause each other pain.
yeah. They don't do that.
They go and eat dinner and have a nice time and they chit chat. But men were like, hey,
We went bowling.
yeah, until like
It got competitive.
It got competitive. Man, I was falling apart today.
Anyway,
Yeah, no,
so
no better way to tell your friend you love him by shooting him in the face.
that's right. Exactly.
Papa.
Oh, I was thinking somewhere else, but
We should.
That too.
Yeah, we should get together with those guys.
I got a funny paintball story. My brother outlaw. He's not my brother-in-law anymore. He's my brother outlaw. Still my brother outlaw. He's sitting there shooting his paintball just out into the field. Now, his sister, who he doesn't like a whole lot, not my ex-wife, but my sister outlaw. She drives in the car with the window down and the radio blasting and just pulls into like the backyard right where he's shooting. And he claims he didn't see her coming and shoots her in the side of the face with a red paintball. She's screaming,
Oh my gosh!
I think he took aim when he saw her
that
and
was
shot her.
intentional. Absolutely intentional.
Guaranteed.
I don't think he'll ever admit it. But based off his military training,
guaranteed.
I think it was intentional.
Guaranteed.
He's
Yeah,
like,
that
she
was
just came out
intense.
of nowhere.
Sure.
If you played paintball before, you know how to control the trigger finger. Like you know when certain shot will go a certain way. You can feel it.
Yep.
I guarantee that. On
Well, he was
purpose.
just shooting this way, and the house was to the right, and so she just pulled into frame.
He
If
saw
that
her.
makes sense.
He heard her coming. He knew it was.
He heard her coming.
He could feel a presence.
Anyway, it's a good topic.
Okay.
Any other thoughts? Closing thoughts.
Well, we should have a follow up because I will find out how it feels to be split next Sunday.
Oh yeah, we should do a follow up.
We could do a follow-up. There's another topic. Is it okay if I bring it up? The one I
Sure.
talked to you about.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it would be, and without getting super political, but I think talking about immigration and what the scripture teaches us about it. I think there's fun examples in the scriptures about immigration. You're an immigrant, Tom, right? You said you were born in Thailand?
Immigration. I was. Came here legally. I was sponsored by my grandma and my grandpa. They came over years before I was, here, and so. Well, speaking about immigration in the Bible, I mean.
So without let's not dive into it too much. Let's just chew on it. But I think there's some fun stuff. And Dave's an anchor baby. That's the story I've been
An
telling
anchor
you,
baby.
And my white ancestors have been here for 400 years.
I'm an anchor baby. I don't think anyone's ever called me an anchor baby.
Have you told them when I called you what I call Filipinos?
No, I haven't.
Let's do this. Why don't we save that topic for the different? Because then I think I'll be more prepared to talk about. I do
I
like
think
that.
if
topic,
we do another crossover, let's do a follow-up about the ward change.
Yeah.
And then maybe
And then
the
we'll-
second half of that, because I don't know how much we'll have to talk about other than we haven't gone inactive.
Oh
and,
yeah. Who are we judging? And
I mean, it'd be like, and there's new people.
there's
other people.
yeah.
And thus ended the fourth
No, I like
420th year after.
of the reign of the.
I think doing that and then having a topic would be fun if you guys want to.
Yeah,
Like,
I like
prepare
I like
it
I
and
like
research
immigration
it.
in the scriptures. That sounds like a good time.
It's just something that's talked about a lot because of politics. And I think it's interesting to look at the scriptures and see what can we learn from history, but from a religious
I may use
perspective.
some AI.
Well, there's a lot of wars for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Next time, Tom. Yes. Next time we
definitely,
do a
man.
This is the
crossover.
tease I'm going to say. All I know is that Captain Moroni built walls.
Exactly. I was just gonna go there. He built walls.
I mean, that takes
What a-
something out of context. They
Yeah.
were in the middle of a war.
Well,
This
There
wasn't
was-
an
there was
immigration
something
play.
happening. Yeah.
They were gonna invade his countries. They got to build walls. Huh?
Everybody
That's the
line
first
up.
thing-
These
We're going to do this orderly.
These Lamanites are coming into my country. We need to build big mounds of earth with sticks, pokey
A
sticks,
stick.
and walls.
You have to do
Oh,
use
man.
AI
Oh,
to
you
make
can
a
migrate
Trump,
to.
Trump Captain
Trump
Moroni.
Captain Moroni.
Oh man,
We're gonna build a
that
big
would not
beautiful
go-
wall.
we're gonna build this big, beautiful wall with a fort around it. It's gonna be the best,
Beautiful.
impenetrable.
we know for a fact how the Egyptians treated their immigration, or the.
Hold on, you
They,
broke up. Say that again.
I said we know how the Egyptian feel about immigration.
Oh, yeah.
They put them to
Put them to
made
work.
them into a slave. Put them to work.
No. If you've looked at what's going on with Gaza, they specifically built a fence to keep them out.
Oh no, I think he was
Take it to
talking
Mount.
about
Ancient Egyptians.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So-
the scriptures.
Let's save it. For
Let's
next
do this
time.
for next time.
Okay.
If I'm allowed to be back on, because ultimately
Of
this is your
course.
guys' podcast. I'm a guest, right?
True.
Yeah.
This is
True.
I have been allowed a temporary podcasting visa as an immigrant to your channel. Tom, you have been
As long-
included one
as-
to our channel.
As long as it's legal, we're good. We are good.
all legal here. We'll try to figure out the camera situation next time because I had a camera go out. It appears. So,
Yeah, you don't have Zoom, do you?
not
Got
the pro
count?
version,
Oh, okay.
but that is an option if you've got the.
Because you can see all three of us with. I think
We'd have to be on separate devices.
device. Maybe you have another laptop or something that can help.
we
I don't
can-
know.
Yeah, I
we
can
can
do
figure it
it.
out.
I
We'll-
could do it at
we'll-
home with the laptop.
We can figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. And then since this is going to be on the Daves of Our Lives too as well. Next time on the Daves of Our Lives, we are going to have our first other guest Dave on. So just to tease that. But
Gonna be so many days.
days.
thanks for listening to the Daves of Our Lives, and thanks for listening to the Simple Man's Gospel. Until next time, keep it simple.